What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Chrissy Chaos. We are doing it today from the garage because everyone in that house has COVID, except me. I have tested neggy-weggy every time. I feel good. I feel great. Pimp is sitting over there. You might be able to see with the reflection with a Seven Dwarfs hat on, and he's back to his Bane mask, and he has lost another 15 pounds since I've seen him. And I'm going to look into the camera, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. Right now, okay, Chrissy Fatty Pants Bitch Hips, that's me, weighs 241 pounds, okay? It is December 13th. By June 13th, Chrissy D will be 201 pounds. I'm going to lose 40 pounds by June, and then I'm going to put it right back on by next December 13th. So you're going to see a 40-pound swoop. I don't want to hear, listen, I appreciate all the support. I don't need anybody DMing me who's a nutritionist, who's a fitness person, who's anything that can help me do this. I don't give a shit, okay? I'm doing it my way, and I have a fitness person. I have a nutritionist, and so far they haven't been working. So what can you do? I'm wearing my fat pants. I feel good. The garage door is open to my neighbors, and my neighbors can now hear the podcast. So we may not be living on this block for much longer because the block we live on is a very private block with a lot of members who I think are in the mafia right across the streets and around. I think they're all connected in some way, shape, or form. And it's bad enough that the first day I showed up with TT Jerry, who was wearing a tank top, a white tank top that was see-through with her estrogen tits out, blasting Daddy Yankee as my family moved into the house. And the neighbors were like, what's going on? They started loading their shotguns. So, but that's all they saw. But now we're doing the podcast open air because we're trying to get the COVID air, fresh air, out. And people are starting to get really crazed about COVID-wovy. And listen, it's in the house right now, okay? My family member has it. They're fine. They're doing better. But it's like people don't know because I'm around a COVID positive person, I'm being treated like me and my family now will be treated like somebody who had AIDS in the 80s. COVID is the new AIDS. That's the new AIDS, and COVID is mainly being thrown around by the gay community. No, I'm kidding. No, but COVID is the new AIDS in the way that people, you feel very ashamed when you get it. People put their heads down. I don't understand why you have to keep your COVID diagnosis private, but if you're around people that have COVID, they can pass it. Shouldn't you be legally obligated to have to tweet out or put COVID on your front door so people know you have it? But instead we play this game that doesn't make any sense. The rules don't make any sense because the same people who are being like, hey, you need to get a test, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, are like also going out every night with no mask, drinking and partying till 5 o'clock in the morning. But because I'm living with someone that tested positive for COVID recently, they're like, oh, but stay away from me. I'm like, but are you checking yourself about what you're doing? Maskless activities with God knows who's vaccinated, who's not. Every time you step outside, you are in risk of getting COVID. All right? We're going to have to start just living our lives that way. Every time you step outside, you are taking a risk. That's what it is. Live with it. I'm living with it. If you can't live with it by now, if you can't just say, I'm going to go outside and I possibly may get COVID, if you're the person that says, instead of going outside, I'm just going to stay inside because I don't want to get COVID, you're a fucking pussy loser. And I want you to wear a mask around me, whether you have COVID or not, because I don't want to get your pussy in my face. I'm done with people being such scared little bitches about it. What do you think? What do you think's going to happen? There's viruses wherever you go. There's bacteria wherever you go. Put on a mask. The people who are the most scared are the people who got 2 vaccines and a booster. What are you scared of? It's like having sex with a condom and worrying if you got an STD or the girl pregnant. You didn't because you wore a condom unless it poked through. And listen, unless your cock poked through a condom, and it might have, just like you could be a breakthrough case. You could be a breakthrough case. But get over it, dude, and start looking at, and dudettes, start looking at you know what the plague is? Self-reflection. People are not self-reflecting enough. They're just attacking others for all these different things. They're just attacking others without looking in the mirror. You're saying to someone, hey, you have COVID, stay away, but I'm going to go out and drink and party all night with no mask on. So it doesn't, when does the algorithm, when does it all add up? Because it doesn't to me, because I'm sitting there being like, hey, we're all taking risks. Every time you step outside, there's a risk. So shut up, stupid.
And also, like, if you're so worried about COVID, shut down the dating apps. Shut them down.
Shut them down. How about that? Yeah. Shut them down. Dr. Fauci should be the new czar of Tinder. He should, Dr. Fauci should be, dude, it's like one of those things where it's like, it's just because that's what I think is happening is society is ripping at the seams because you have people that are just operating from a point of fear and panic every moment dude, I just told my mother yesterday that there was COVID in the house because because I didn't want to tell her. Because what is me telling my already over anxious mother that somebody has COVID in my house? What is that going to do? And by the way, I know I said in the beginning of the show, you should shout out from a mountaintop who has COVID, and I'm saying someone in my house has COVID. It's Vinny.
Oh my God. Snitch.
Oh, I thought she was opening the door to hit me with a snot rocket. But I couldn't even tell my own mother about it because all she'll offer to me, all most people will offer nowadays with this stuff is anxiety. No help. They'll just say, oh my God, are you going to get the kids vaccinated? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Yeah, we all know. We're all watching. By this point, we all have made a choice whether we want to get a booster vaccine or not. It's not up to you anymore. It's up to the individual.
And now they're saying they might mandate the third booster as part of you're not fully vaccinated unless you get
the third booster. So listen, the thing is like people like government control, we're all sheep. No, it's not even that. It's what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're just going to continue to the government owns you. It's the same, dude, the world we live in is owned and operated. If you're living in the confines of the United States or whatever country you're from, Germany, Sri Lanka, wherever you're listening to this podcast, Libya, you have to understand that you're renting the land from that government. You don't own anything, okay? The same way when you get an iPhone, you don't own the iPhone. Apple owns the iPhone. Even when you pay it off, they own it. At any moment, they can update it. They can look at your text. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, there's a lot of laws to do that, and it's not so easy, but technically they do. Same thing with this. I am owned by the U.S. government. I don't own my home. Okay, Chase Bank owns it, but I don't own even if I owned it out, even if I paid cash, the land is in the property of the United States. At any moment, they can take it from you. Just like at any moment, they can force you what to do. So this illusion of freedom is just that, an illusion, because we don't have it. So stop, yelling about everything and just go live your life, because who knows how many more days we have left. China has nukes. So that's the thing. I'm Chrissy Rants today because I had a good workout this morning. I weigh 241 pounds, you fat fuck.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there. We started a fitness series about a year ago with you.
Yes, we started a fitness series about a year called Chrissy Quarantines, which I think the first one came out the first week of January of last year. And I had gotten all the way down. I think I started at 245 there. I'd gotten down to like 225 when I was in LA, and then beep, 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 right back up. So should we start Chrissy Quarantines round 2?
I was going to say, let's bring it back.
Sergio came over to the house where we're sitting in the gym in my garage. Sergio came over to the house and trained me in here. And he loved it. He said, dude, if you can't get in shape when you literally have a gym in your garage, you deserve to have your arms cut off. So that's what I'm willing to say. If I'm not, I'm ready to risk it all. I've been literally reading David Goggins every day. Can't hurt me. If I'm not 201 pounds, by June 13th, you can cut off one of my hands. I'm going to go old school, medieval punishment. You will cut off one of my hands, and I will just be a nub on the podcast, and I'll hold the microphone like that with lobster claws. Can you see my address in the mailbox?
No.
Okay, you can't see anything. Okay, because I just feel like these absolute sleuths, will somehow figure out where I live, which honestly, I don't care. People are like, what if they knew where you live? What are you going to do? Come in? Come in. Dude, I told you, if TT Jerry's here, you're going to die. And if Vinny's here, you're going to die, because she'll cough in your face and you'll be dead in 2 weeks.
And also, privacy is an illusion.
Privacy is another illusion.
Yeah.
And People can find out where you live all the time. Everybody that's like, I don't want to do a face. I don't want to open my iPhone with my face because then the government has my face. They already have it. They already have everything about you. Like this thing, by the time we know it's on the news, the NSA is listening and the phones are listening, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
If you are the rich people, it's the same thing with cryptocurrency. By the time you hear about it, it's over, dude. Mm-hmm. Just like me and Pimp were talking about last week, we've heard now the metaverse, buying property in the metaverse is something that you can do. So it's probably over because the people that bought the property in the metaverse for half the price bought it 5 years ago. When we were listening to Ariana Grande, when Ariana Grande distracted us so people could buy property in the metaverse 5 years ago. That's what I'm saying. Clip it.
Big news today.
What is it?
Kim Kardashian finally passed the bar exam.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, her 4th attempt, and she finally passed.
Wait, Kim Kardashian, I didn't even know she went to law school? Kim Kardashian graduated, or do you have to pass the bar exam to get into law school?
No, I think she's a lawyer now. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, Kim Kardashian...
Yeah, congratulations to Kim.
I say congratulations to Kim, too, because here's the thing with the Kardashians. By the way, shout out South Park for being the funniest show of all time. They did the COVID special, and they said one of the characters on the show was First Lady Tom Kardashian. And it was... Dude, the South... I haven't watched the whole thing, but it's about like the origin of COVID, where it came from. The things that South Park guesses right, I don't even know if they're guesses. I genuinely believe they have some kind of almanac where they know the future and can write comedy about the future. And if they're right about our future 40 years from now, it's, as Tim Dillon would say, not good. It's really not good if South Park guesses right again, because we're going to like this dystopian future where it's like everything's a problem, everybody is an issue. So that's why even more I'm saying, like, just live your life and have fun. Okay, just literally live your life and have fun, because you don't know when your freedoms are going to be gone. I don't know. You're too young, Pimp, but the people who are my age. Oh yeah, the food's here. Nice. The people who are my age, we'll have them bring it right in.
Walk right in.
All right, December 17th and 18th, I'm at the Palm Beach Improv. The tickets are almost sold out. They asked me to add a show. I said no, so get the tickets. We're only doing 4 shows. Love it. December 26th to the 31st, Texas, Missouri, and Ohio, co-headlining, doing stand-up comedy with the great Sal Volcano. Tickets at christycomedy.com. January 14th and 15th, Austin, Texas, coming to the Vulcan Gas Company. And then January 29th, the Chrissy Theaters Everybody Tour starts, the CTE Tour. Kick it off at the Borgata for 2 shows. And February 5th, the Beacon. February 12th, the Warner Theater. February 13th, the Tabernacle in Atlanta. And many other cities to choose from. We're going all the way through May. That's christycomedy.com for Tiki Wikis. Yeah, the people who are my age, like life was different and way easier pre 9/11. And then it changed. After 9/11, it just was subtle, but when you look back, like when I watch something from the 90s, I'm watching the show like The Darkness of the 90s or the 90s, The Dark Year, something like that. It's like, even though like the crack cocaine and Jerry Springer came out and that was like the first thing of like debauchery TV, I remember thinking back like, oh, but life was easy then. Like I remember playing in front of the house. People weren't getting killed left and right. Like maybe they were, but the media wasn't showing it. But then after 9/11, you're like, oh, all these things in the airport and this and that and security and this and that. And I'm like, what can you do? It's getting worse. You could come on in. Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend.
There you go. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, you could just drop it off right there.
Thank
you, buddy. How you feel?
Yeah.
You feel good?
I just forgot another kid's meal. That's why.
That's another kid's meal. I know.
That's why I'm waiting for more time.
Got it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Be good, man.
Yeah, live show. You want to come on and say hello?
Okay. Come on.
Here it is.
Come say
Come
hi.
on. Get over here. What's your name?
Jack.
Hey, Jeff. How's everything?
Pretty good.
What country are you from?
China, man in China.
China, baby. So
Hey.
Can you tell us, you guys have nuclear weapons now. Are you going to plan to use them?
I'm not really know that.
What are you sent here by the Chinese government to spy on us? That's a
never
yes.
know. You never
Jeff,
know.
man. But China, but you're wearing the American flag sweater.
I love American.
You're an American citizen?
Yeah, I've been here almost 20 years already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When I was like a kid.
What's the biggest difference between America and China day to day?
only things I think are freedom.
Freedom. You're saying it's more free here or more free there?
For me,
Yeah.
I prefer more free here.
Okay.
Do you still have relatives in China?
Of course.
What are they saying about China? Is it on lockdown with the COVID stuff? What's going on?
You mean, the lockdown? it's gonna be really helpful for us.
It's going to be what?
Help. It's really helpful for us.
The lockdown's helpful for us to stop the virus.
Stop the virus.
In China,
They can control,
right? In China, is it working? You think?
Because the freedom, you need to respect to everyone. Because not everyone like in a mask, the virus still, around the world. It's hard. The Chinese government, they did a good job.
They did a good job.
Chinese government did a good job. Yeah. You don't sound very American right now.
What's that? I love American too, but I said it true. I said a fact.
Okay.
Do you know the game Fuck, Marry, Kill?
The marriage?
It's a game called Fuck, Marry, Kill. I'll give you 3 people, and you have to choose to kill one, to marry one, or to have sex with one.
No, I don't know the game of them.
You don't know that game. You want to play it?
No, I gotta go.
You gotta know one more delivery. Just real.
One more question. What's the scariest part about living in China? The
scariest part about living in China.
The scary part, I think sometimes for me, I only think it's sometimes something's not fair.
Right.
Oh, okay.
China's not fair. Delilah, go inside. I'm talking to the enemy.
I mean, something is most of all country is gonna improve. All of it. I mean, only thing is that something is not fair. But
meaning
you are the major son, you got a little bit special power. That's true.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna just regular population.
Okay.
It's hard to get in there.
Right.
Oh, all right.
That's the only thing I hate. But Chinese is pretty safe place.
Safe place.
Yeah, you go anyway. You don't worry about someone gone, someone robbing you.
Okay.
You don't worry about that. There's no protests in China. Yeah. No Antifa.
Yes. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, bye. You want to shout out your Instagram?
What's that?
That sounds great. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Should we move to China?
Thank you. Should we move to China?
Of course, definitely.
All right. See you later, Jeff. Thank you.
God bless, buddy. Be good.
Jack?
Jack,
Jeff.
be
See you
good,
later,
buddy.
Jack and Jeff. See you later, my friend.
fun, man.
Wow, there it is. So we got inside info. That was our Chinese consultant, Jack Jeff.
That was great. Shout out China.
Shout out China, man. Hold on. Let me just give my daughter a hot dog.
Yeah. Do your thing.
All right. ShipStation. We love it. Make ship happen. ShipStation's awesome. If you got inventory to manage, orders to fill, and a growing list of stressed out customers checking in on you twice a day, especially with Christmas time coming up, you need ShipStation to help you out. You don't worry about the hassle of shipping out holiday orders. That melts away. It leaves you with happier customers and more freedom to run your business and enjoy some much time needed off so you can jerk. ShipStation, it's awesome, and it works with all major carriers, international and local, including FedEx, UPS, and USPS. And you get access to discounted rates that are usually reserved for Fortune 500 company, billionaire, 1%er, lizard people. You get access to that with ShipStation. And if you use my offer code CHAOS, CHAOS, get a 60-day free trial, just enough time to handle the holiday rush. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top, and enter code CHAOS. ShipStation, make ship happen. Truebill. I want to talk to you about Truebill. It's the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for shit you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. For subscriptions you don't need, want. I thought the copy said shit. It says True. It's the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. So this is actually really a great app and great sponsor because we all have things that we forgot about. So I'm actually use this because I keep forgetting to cancel my gym memberships. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. They have over 2 million users and help save them over $100 million. Like Matthew B says, in a matter of seconds, I've saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill. There you go. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/chaos. Go right now to truebill.com/chaos, and it could save you thousands a year, okay? So thousands a year if you go to truebill.com/chaos. If your ex is still using your Netflix account, if all these subscriptions that you forgot about, truebill.com/chaos going to save you the money. Go do it and let me know how much you saved. And we're back. So I had to give my daughter a hot dog. She got a hot dog, a chocolate milk. She got a hot dog, a chocolate milk, and something else. I hope Jack Jeff doesn't get fired or his family doesn't get killed in China for coming on the show.
Well, I assume the Chinese government loves this podcast.
Well, it's called the Chrissy Chaos Podcast, #CCP. So that's the Chinese Communist Party. So he actually, from the words, I could understand every 10 words he said, one out of every 10 words, but what I pieced together was he was saying that China's pretty safe, and in his opinion, China's better than the U.S.
Well, what he was saying, because I had him piped into my ears, he was pretty much saying you're safer there, but there's no social mobility. You can't move up.
Got it.
You're born a peasant, you stay a peasant.
Right.
That's kind of what he's
But you're
hinting at.
safe.
Yeah, but you won't get shot at school. But you'll have freedom here, but you're going to die in school.
Got it. So what would you take? Would you take the opportunity? Would you just take? Because it seems. Here's the thing with communism is it seems like relaxing in a way. Like you can relax because there's no pressure. There's no pressure to be any better or any worse. You're just always going to stay the same. So you kind of just. I bet you they don't have as much stress as us because there's a stress like when you have so many options and so many things. Like psychologists have studied this already. When you have so many options, it's hard to make a choice. But when you don't have any, and then you get very anxious and you get very depressed because you're overwhelmed. Your brain is overwhelmed. But people in China, they don't have many options. They don't have social media. So I bet you they're not as depressed as us. Or I bet you they don't kill themselves there as much as we do because we have ultimate freedom.
Yeah.
And the thing is, freedom can be a curse because the more free you are to do whatever you want, the less you do. Because your brain can't understand that there's so many options. I mean, what about a menu? You ever go like to the Cheesecake Factory menu? It's hard to pick what you want because you don't know what to do. So, I mean, America is kind of like a big cheesecake factory. We have too many options, and then we wind up killing each other.
It's true, man. And like as you were saying before, Jeff pulled in, the anxiety of living post-COVID, it'll never go away. Like it's just gonna be like 9/11. It's built into the society now.
Yes.
But like I think the key is don't let the anxiety in.
Yeah, don't let the anxiety in, and also like you have to understand. I think one thing right now, and again, this is me doing a podcast from my garage. Like I'm not, I don't necessarily have like the background or like I haven't put together the resume to like you shouldn't listen to every word I say. This is just my opinion, but I think you have to now. Because of the way the world is, just assume the risk and assume the idea that every time you leave your house, you could die. Virus, shot, disease, hit by a car. There's so many people. There's so much craziness out there. You have to live your life right now, truthfully. I don't think you really had to live that way in the 80s and 90s. Certain communities you definitely did. But overall, I would say the average American or person didn't really have to live that way. But now you do. At any moment, schools could get shot. You could get shot. You could get sick. But so if you're going to still, like I have a family member who we're having Christmas at their house and they're not, so we're going to do Christmas in the basement, but they're not going to come downstairs because they don't want to get COVID because they're not sure who's vaccinated, who's not. And we're having it in their own house. So that person, to me, it's their mental health that is on display. I've said this many times because I think at this point, it's pretty clear that yes, COVID can kill you, but also so can your lack of social interactions. That's as deadly because then your brain is getting sick. So what do you want? Do you want to take the 99.9% chance you're not going to get sick? There's a 0.1% chance, especially if you're vaccinated. Yes, it can hit your lungs and you can die. Or I heard that people who have less than whatever number social interactions have like a 5% chance of committing suicide. So it's like your chances are higher of dying by not going out and seeing people. We're not built for this.
And also, we are just rotting flesh vehicles.
Yeah.
You're dying.
So don't you want to have some fun while you rot? Because I kind of feel like, it's just really, and now with this new variant coming out, I mean, we haven't even been talking about COVID for a few months, but now it's like this winter surge and the new variant. It's like, this is going to be our lives. So just accept that. If the sooner you can just accept and let go, the sooner you can be happy and your brain can say, I'm out of the fog, not the free opening gay, the actual brain fog. I am free opening gay, but the brain fog. So it's like, you will get sick. It's going to happen. You're going to die eventually. None of us is leaving this planet alive. We're all leaving in a body bag. Even if our brains get uploaded into some type of consciousness robot that Elon Musk and his hair plugs have created, our meat vessel will still be leaving and decaying, going back to the earth, and some cow's going to shit on it in Montana. It's going to grow plants. Hopefully on Kevin Costner's ranch from Yellowstone, because I love Yellowstone. I'm all caught up now. And dude, Yellowstone is a show. I want to highly suggest Yellowstone. I'm going to say it's as good as The Wire. It's as good as Curb Your Enthusiasm. Wow. It's as good as The Sopranos. It's the best television show.
Are they still making new episodes?
Yellowstone? Yeah. There's up to season 4, episode 7.
We gotta try to get you on it.
Yellowstone?
There's no way. A background cowboy.
Well, how about this?
Maybe a gay cowboy.
You ready for this? This is just the way it works. I was in the middle of watching Yellowstone, like in the midst of it. This was 2 weeks ago. I had dinner with a new agent of mine. He represents the creator of Yellowstone. He randomly brought it up in conversation. He was like, yeah, I didn't mention anything. He was like, you ever seen that show Yellowstone? I was like, I'm watching it right now. He's like, oh, I represent the creator. He's like, I think he'd like you, man. Like out of nowhere. And I was like, what? Dude, this new agent, you know what he said to me? He said, here's the thing. He's like, I'm in your career now. And this may or may not happen, but he said, I'm in your career now. He said, so I see a bright future in you. I think you can really actually be like the lead of a comedy movie, like a star. 100%. He's like, I think you can do that. He's like, so I'm going to push on my end and you're going to do it. He's like, so I don't care if you want to be, I've never had an agent say this to me. He goes, I don't care if you want to be lazy and you don't want to do it. He's like, you've hired me. I'm going to make you do it. I'm going to make you go to these meetings. I'm going to push you and you're going to do it. He's like, because my agent was like, it's about himself failing. He was like, it's not about you anymore. Now it's about me and I'm not going to fail with you. So you're just going to do it whether you want to or not, which is crazy because it is actually now motivating me to be like, oh, I need to, drop the weight. I need to get the acting coach. I need to do all these things. And you know what I love that he said? He said, I also know, though, that your success and your connection to your fans is coming through your podcast that you're creating with your own team. He's like, so I don't want to, I'm not stopping that at all. I want you to do that. He's like, you have enough time in the day to do both. Don't play, and you can be a great father and husband, all that stuff. He's like, this thing that there's not enough time in the day is bullshit. Yeah. He's like, you just may have to wake up an hour earlier. You can do that. And I was like, wow, this guy fucking motivated me. And then what I love is he made me split the check. Which nice. He treated me like a little fucking prostitute.
Oh, man, I love him.
Yeah, I love him. No, I'm kidding. He didn't make me split the check. He paid full on. And then he actually he said he would pay for a cab ride home. I was like, do you want me to blow you? Again?
That's dope, man.
So it's dope. So yeah, but it's interesting when you meet a guy like this guy who's just the Seamless Grubhub driver or whatever, which by the way, fuck Seamless, fuck Grubhub. They're putting $20 taxes now. I just paid $70 for lunch. I got my kid a hot dog. Me and Pimp got some salads and we got a grilled cheese for my stepson. And Vinny didn't want anything because she can't smell or taste. So, which is good for...
She can't taste?
Can't smell or taste, zero. She said that's the hardest part of this. She was like, it's not the fever that comes and goes. It's not the body ache. She was like, oh, by the way, I know that we tried to do this we're trying to do this in a safe place with the door open, but she's been in this gym every day. Do you care, Pimp?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
All right, cool. Because I should have mentioned that to you an hour ago.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. I'm a murderer. So she said that's the hardest part is the no smell or taste.
That is tough, but it's a good way to kickstart a diet.
Yes. Well, I know she hasn't been eating at all. She looks real thin now.
Maybe that's the future of dieting when we get this down to
maybe that. Do you think COVID was created? Do you think COVID was created as a way to curb the diabetes issue in our country? Do you think they were the only way that they said we can stop eating and stop being the fattest country in the world is to knock out our smell and taste? Because you weren't taught, the early COVID cases wasn't about smell and taste. You didn't really hear that. But the smell and taste is the new thing. I wonder if they they altered it in the lab. They went, took it back to Wuhan or whatever the COVID lab is in the United States that they're making the COVID out of. And I wonder if they re-released it, if they did like an update, like an iPhone update, and they re-released it to knock out the smell and taste.
Yeah.
I wonder because it's the only way.
Because once you don't care about taste, food, who cares about food?
Well, you think that's what changed in your mind? Is you stopped eating emotionally and now you just eat for fuel?
It's just fuel and I just have shit to do and it's just in my way. It's a waste of time.
And it's also getting out of... Yeah. By the way. Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah. Also, speaking Elon Musk, you mentioned him before. He just got named Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Which I understand. I mean, who else would it be? I mean, I guess it was a toss-up between him, Dr. Fauci, could be up in there. The creators of I would say it's a tie too between the creators of the COVID vaccine and the creators of the COVID virus. I would say one of those two because, I mean, pretty popular. Or maybe Fauci was Time Person of the Year last year.
I think he was.
He was. Okay, so Elon Musk deserves it then this year. I can't think, or the only, who's another option of someone we could have given it to? Like, who's really having a good year?
Damn, I don't know.
Pete
Off the
Davidson.
top. Oh, Pete's penis.
Pete's penis specifically.
You saw he pulled Miley now?
Oh, I love it.
He just blew past Kim into Miley Cyrus.
I love it so much.
Oh,
I love
God.
it. Dude, we got to get out there. We got to just wait in the elevator of that apartment building because we know where it is.
We know.
Oh, dude, I love it. I should try to get him on the pod.
Why
Won't
not?
do it. I mean, he's changed his number so many times. I wonder if I could just get Ricky to ask him.
Well, he can't be more than a few miles, so just slip a note under his door.
Yeah, just like, hey, buddy. Or what if we just show up, like, just try to, pay off somebody who knows where he lives and just knock on his door with the cameras. And even if we get 5 minutes, we'll just throw it on the Patreon.
By the way, the other day I bumped into Machine Gun Kelly, and I'll never forget it because he was wearing a T-shirt with Megan Fox on the T-shirt.
I love it so much. Yeah.
Classic.
You got to do it, dude.
Banger.
We got to make merch for you. We got to make homeless pimp merch.
Let's do it. Yeah, some chords.
I want to outline, Skinny Queen merch. Skinny Queens. That's what we should call you, Skinny Queens, because you're from Queens. I'm Skinny Queens, New York. Policy Genius, baby. You know we love Policy Genius. They've been promoting the show for a long time. Love Policy Genius. Get your property cold weather ready by making sure you have the right insurance coverage. It's all about insurance with Policy Genius. If you go to policygenius.com right now and answer a few questions about yourself and your property, they're going to show you the right price estimates for your policies, and they're going to really take care of you. It's awesome. But remember, Policy Genius, they're not an insurance company. They're a broker working to help insurance shoppers understand their options, compare quotes, and buy a policy all in one place. I think that this is so worth it because, it's very easy to get scammed with these insurance policies and all that stuff, but Policy Genius makes sure that doesn't happen. Policy Genius has saved customers an average of $1,250 per year over what they were paying for home and auto insurance. So that's huge, man. Holy smokes, that's a lot. They've had thousands of 5-star reviews across Google and Trustpilot. And since 2014, good year, Policy Genius has helped over 30 million people shop for insurance. If you go to policygenius.com right now to get your free home and auto insurance quotes and see how much you could save, that's policygenius.com. No promo code. We just want you to go to policygenius.com. It's all free. Whatever it takes to tell your family that, that's what I should start telling Vinny. Like, hey, listen, I'm researching a film, so I got to go to Hawaii.
Amazing.
With this woman I met on a dating site. Well, she's going to kick open the door. Dude, literally, she is Medusa right now because if she breathes on you, you will turn to stone. Your fucking lungs will turn to stone. If Vinny breathes on you right now, your lungs will turn to stone.
That's so funny.
So, yeah, dude, and I'm sorry that we don't have a TV. I'm not being able to read because Pimp went to Target and got the wrong HDMI cable. So 20 minutes we were sitting here waiting. I changed Violet's diaper twice because she shit herself twice. And then he came back with the wrong plug. Pimp's just having one of those days because he had a long night in Boston. Dude, so you want to hear my workout today? So what I did is I did the Assault Fit. Here's what I've been doing. I did the Assault Fitness bike for 1 minute. Then I have a timer going on. Then I right into another minute of the skier machine that I have. Right into another minute of battle ropes. Right into another minute of ball slams. 15 ball slams. 15 ball slams, 25 sit-ups. Then I ended it with 2.5 minutes of boxing on the heavy bag, and I went around and did that 3 times. Then I did a farmer's walk back and forth 10 times. Into as many pull-ups as I could, into as many push-ups as I could, into obliques, 30 seconds each side. Wow. Did that 3 times. So that's not a bad workout.
There you go. I love it. You're motivated.
That's it. But then and to top it all off, I ate a Boston cream, but it was only one.
And that wasn't this your first weekend off, and you had to deal with COVID?
Yeah. I had a private gig on Friday, and then I was supposed to go to like my all guys dinner on Saturday with like Patty Fly Balls, Debo Worm, like something I've been looking forward to for a month. And I couldn't go, obviously, because, Vin had COVID, so I helped out with the kids. But now I'm going to, by the way, this Friday and Saturday, West Palm Beach Improv. Tickets are almost sold out. So Go right now to ChristyComedy.com and get them. But the tickets are, I think, almost gone. But see, there might be a few left. I think there might be a few left for the Friday show. So go check out that Friday show. But ChristyComedy.com, West Palm Beach Improv this weekend. And then I'm staying Sunday because I'm going to go to the Dolphins-Jets game at 1 o'clock with the guys to kind of like make up for missing. So I'm going to get home at 11:55 p.m. Sunday night. But I'm already told Vinny, I already have it. Well, I'm just going to be like, oh, my flight got delayed. I'm just going to keep saying my flight got delayed because she will kill me if I go to a football game. But this is the only way I can live my life. I hate that I have to do this, but this is literally the only way I can live and do anything is because if I say, hey, I'm going to a football game, she'll blow up the stadium. So I can't, So this, unfortunately, is just what it is. But West Palm Beach Improv, Tampa Tony's coming to the shows, by the way, Friday and Saturday. So I might bring him on stage. We got to see ChristyComedy.com for the tickets. And then December 26th to the 31st, me, Pimpy, and Sal are on the road. Texas, Missouri, and Ohio. Me and Sal Volcano co-headlining. Go get the tickets, ChristyComedy.com or SalVolcanoComedy.com. Yeah, and you know what else I'm excited about, too, is it's going to happen this Friday. We're going to do TT Jerry's bucket list, buying the car, right? Yeah. Honestly, I know we talk about it every week, but go to patreon.com/ChristyComedy. The TT Jerry bucket list, we bought her a car. It's a tearjerker. It's hilarious. It feels like an episode of television. So go to patreon.com/ChristyComedy for only $5 and up. You can get that plus 45 episodes, 50 episodes right now that only live at Patreon, including the Chris and Eddie show where I do an edibles and me and Pimp talk about stuff, and that's available for $5 and up. No more at the 25 level. It's $5 and up. Everybody gets the Chris and Eddie show, patreon.com/ChristyComedy. Yeah, man. So look, I feel like in order to make a change in your life, sometimes you have to get radical. So that's why I've decided the only way I can really get down to 201 pounds is if I fully leave my family. So I'm gonna live in the back of Pimp's car until June, and then I'll come back at 201 pounds. No, I'm kidding.
It's just all habits, man.
She's gonna throw me out.
Have you been eating good now that you're home? I know on the road you need to get your energy up for stage. That's where you usually cave.
But that's an excuse when I say. But what I'm realizing now is I don't have to get my energy. My brain tells me, oh, you have to get your energy up for stage. So eat a chicken quesadilla so you won't feel the vodka soda so much. But really, all that is anxiety. All these time, 90% of the time, I tell myself I'm hungry. It's my brain tricking me. It's my anxiety being like, eat.
You're fully in control, and there's these little excuses you give yourself. I was saying this to DeRosa in Atlantic City. I forgot to eat the whole day, and then I had 9 vodka sodas, and I was fine.
You were fine. You didn't eat one thing all day?
I forgot. I was busy.
So you didn't have one piece of food on Saturday?
No.
Not a bite?
Yeah, I didn't have anything.
But you know what is interesting, too, is a lot of cultures believe in fasting. I know there's intermittent fasting where that's a great way, but a lot of Jimmy Kimmel does this too, and a lot of other cultures where you only eat every other day. You have a day where you just drink water and coffee and smoke cigarettes. That's what the ancient, Native Americans used to do. So that's a thing too. So you inadvertently, you say you didn't eat and people be like, oh my God. But I think there's a lot of cultures where it's bro, you got to understand, in most of recorded history, food wasn't plentiful. So you would fast just because you had to, people would go hungry. So this whole idea of, we got to eat 3 meals a day every day, that also kind of is bullshit, could be paid for by the corporations that got, the same thing with drinking milk. Why do you as a human being need to survive on cow's milk? Because the dairy industry has a lot of money. Oh, yeah. So this whole thing of maybe you do only need to eat once a day. Listen, it's going to be hard. You're going to need to go through an adjustment, but I am positive. I am as positive as Jasmine's COVID test that I am going to get down to 201 pounds. Not 200. I want to get to 201.
I believe, man.
I believe. And I think it's because it is all done. Because when I look at my body, I have muscle. I can see, because I work out what I've been doing because I have my own home gym. Just because I just figured how could I ever do this? I know this is crazy, but this is what I genuinely do. No. I work out completely butt naked in here on the chair that you're sitting on. I swear to God, because I've never seen my entire body and see the muscles and visualize the muscles. But I figured, what better opportunity to do that? I have a mirror and I have my own personal gym, and my family's going to walk in. It's like if my daughter's walking, it's like they've seen my ding dong before.
Oh my God. Thank God I put a camera behind that mirror.
Oh, I love it. Dude, patreon.com/Christy Comedy. You see my naked workouts. And when I look at my body, it's like I can see the muscles that I had when I was playing ball in college. I posted a picture of myself on my Instagram of when I was playing ball in college, and people are like, well, you're on steroids when you're on steroids. And I joke around. I put in the caption, I was on tests, so I can understand why you people are asking. But I was never on steroids. I've never taken a steroid in my life. That's the God's honest truth. But I swear on QAnon. I would never lie about that. But I just used to, my body, listen, you have testosterone and you're a young 22-year-old guy, but I ate right and I was exercising constantly, and those muscles are still there. They're just covered by layers of fat, and that fat is from cheese, pizza dough, and ice cream. That's where it's from.
That fat is from years of going, no, I need this to do that. I need this to
I need that. I need to have a muffin. No, you don't. In what world do you need to have a muffin? You know what I mean? Like, you never need to have a muffin.
It's all imaginary. All this shit is whatever you want it to be.
You feel like you couldn't feel any better about yourself being less weight, right?
Yeah, of course. I just have more energy and I could do stuff.
Listen, everybody loves to eat. A lot of us don't have time to cook. We got meetings. We got all these things going on. DoorDash is going to save your ass, baby. DoorDash, everybody uses it. Everybody loves it. I mean, you don't got to go to the grocery store. You don't got to do any of this. You just literally, DoorDash will do it for you. You have options. Get the groceries you need or a backup meal from your favorite local restaurant delivered with DoorDash. That's right. They will go to the supermarket and get you the things you need. DoorDash does everything. It's time to get back out there, but if you're not quite ready for a full-blown adventure, there's still ways to explore the world from the comfort of your own home. With DoorDash, you don't need to travel far to experience something new. You can even have the delivery man, woman, or they be drop off your food at the doorstep. They'll ring the bell. No human-to-human contact, whatever you want. If you're a real nutbag out there, whatever you want to do. If you're craving late-night ice cream and you want to get fat, forget that one key ingredient for dinner, or maybe you just need to stock up for the week. DoorDash gets everything in one app. I love DoorDash. I use it, and for a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code CHAOS. Screenshot that. I want to see you entering the code CHAOS, you pieces of shit. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code CHAOS. Don't forget, that's code CHAOS for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change. Terms apply. DoorDash.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I just know I'm not ever going to be like the ripped, handsome guy. I'm just a
No,
guy.
Are you kidding me? You're a handsome kid.
No.
Dude, that picture that I texted you, can we put that up on the episode right now?
Yeah.
That picture. So remember to post that out. Look at what Pimpy used to look like. And now look at his most recent Instagram pic with him sitting next to Ronald McDonald. I mean, holy shit. I would let him molest me. Both of them can molest me in the balls pit.
You just have to accept your destiny, not like be wanting to be other people.
Yeah, because the thing is like, also, I spent a lot of time in my life about anything complaining about things that I have no control over, like genetics. It's like, well, then be better than your genetics. Like, just know, I know that there's somebody out there, or, a friend that like they can eat whatever they want and be ripped. That's not me. So it's like, and I'm not going to get their genes. So I would spend a lot of time be like, can they not do, hey, if they can eat an onion bagel with butter and have a muffin, then I should be able to too. And then I have tits and they're getting more ripped. I'm not them. So forget it. It sucks. Some people have to work harder in certain aspects of their life to gain things. But to me, that makes it all the more worthwhile when you finally get it, because you know what you have to overcome to get to what you got. So that's why, like, when I hear people bitch about, I was, in life, I started behind, or this affected me. It's like, shut the fuck up. Just go make it happen. Shut up with all the excuses. Just make it happen, because I sure as hell can't. I've been trying.
It's tough, and people, because of social media, you get sucked into it. And then you got to remember, I always think there's somebody who can't go outside without a nurse. And
yes.
I'm not that.
I'm not that
I can
person.
Walk to the store.
But like and I used to think that, but like reading this David Goggins book, Can't Hurt Me, great book. It's like, the truth is though, but if you have something that you're not, like this is his opinion on it, and it's kind of been helping me. If you have something that you're not happy about your body, about your mind, about your life, you have to admit to yourself that there's a problem. Like if you're fat, if you feel fat, you have to look in the mirror and say, you're fat. I know that there's someone else who's fatter than you. I know there's someone else who, like you said, needs a nurse, but you're fat. You're not that fat person. You're not the person with the nurse. You feel fat, or you don't have the job you want. It's because you're not working hard enough. You have to like look at yourself. And he said to put Post-its up all over the bathroom mirror with your goals. And I've done that, but Delilah takes them off. She rips them off the wall and throws them away. Or how about this? Delilah said for Christmas she wants Polly Pocket. She wants this. And she said, I don't want candy because I have cavities. So she's pretty smart, my daughter. She says she doesn't want any candy because she has cavities. And I said, who do you think gave you the cavities? And she said, Santa. She thinks Santa gave her the cavities last year. So that's what she thinks. Santa is rotting holes in her teeth. So she's a wild kid. But I feel like, all you hear a lot of times is people complaining about these things that really they can't change at all, when we all have the power to change whatever we want about ourselves. Like, I've made another decision. I'm growing out a mullet. I'm going to get them. I'm going to be 201 pounds. And I've always wanted to see what it felt like with long hair. And I was watching Matt Damon in the movie The Last Duel, which I think was a good movie. Cost $19.99 on Apple TV because they're fucking crooks. But I watched it and I enjoyed the movie. Vinny hated it, but granted, she had a 101-degree fever. She wanted to know if Adam Driver's related to Minnie Driver. I said, I actually don't know. They might be. But I want to grow my hair out like that. So I want to have a mullet and be ripped. I just want to do that once in my life. And then maybe I'll shave my head and maybe I'll get fat again. But just for once, I just want to do it. Because you know what I don't like the back of my head. And I've always had a shaved head in the back of my head for a long time. So now I'm just going to grow it out, because guess what? At this point, unlike a lot of my friends, I can still grow my hair out. A lot of my friends are fully bald and they could do nothing unless they have keeps.com, promo code chaos. 2 out of 3 men will have self-male pattern baldness. So go to keeps.com to start your trial.
God bless. Now, you were telling me a crazy story when I came in about the guy live streaming.
Oh my God, dude. So there's a guy, do you have it up?
I just have the article.
So there's a guy, I think he was in Maryland. This happened.
Here, let me find
this happened today. The news came out today. So, yesterday. So he's on his Facebook live stream, just talking about mental health, almost like he's doing my podcast. He's just talking about mental health and things like that. And then he says, in the middle of it, he goes, my ex-wife. He goes, my ex-wife's always been a big problem for me. She's telling everyone I molest my kids. She hasn't given me custody she hasn't let me see my kids. She makes it so hard for me to have custody, blah, 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 blah. He said, so I got away from her. And then I started dating this other woman, and turns out she's pregnant. My girlfriend is pregnant right now. But because of my ex-wife causing all these problems for me, saying that she's going to tell my ex-girlfriend that I molested my kids and blah, 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 blah. He's like, she caused big problems with my girlfriend. He said, so unfortunately, he said, what I had to do is I shot my girlfriend in the head. He goes, and I never thought it would be me. I thought it was felt like I was in a dream, but I shot her in the head and I had to kill her. He said, and now what? And then he reveals, it goes, and he said, but really whose fault this is my ex-wife. This is my ex-wife's fault. He said, and I'm standing outside of her building right now. I'm going to do her, then I'm going to do me. He said, so I just wanted to let you guys know I killed my ex-girlfriend. I'm about to kill my ex-wife, and I'm going to kill myself next. And then literally in the middle of the live, she goes, oh, there goes my ex-wife right here. And you hear the ex-wife scream, and then the camera drops. And then the news says he shot and killed her, then shot and killed himself in that alleyway. How wild
so nuts
is that? And that's the kind of stuff that we're doing at patreon.com/ChrisTComedy. I'm kidding.
The direct quote is, I just shot my ex-girlfriend in the head. Felt like a dream. I never thought I would be that guy.
I never thought I would be that guy. It's almost like he's sounding like triumphant over it. It's like, dude, yeah, you're a piece of, again, what have I said on multiple podcasts? The number one thing that scares me, things that scare me more than the vaccine, things that scare me more than Democrats, things that scare me more than China. Insecurity in men. The insecure man is the scariest animal on the planet. He will go to any length to provide his ego some comfort. And that's what happened with this man. He was fucking secure, so he killed his pregnant ex-girlfriend and his ex-wife, because he doesn't like who he is in the mirror, and he felt his manhood was being taken from him by all these women in some justified bullshit way in his head. Insecure man is the scariest. It's 10 times scarier than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris could ever be. 10 times scarier is the insecure man.
What have they been up to? I don't hear what's going on. I don't even pay attention.
I mean, I don't pay attention to it anymore either. Joe Biden I haven't heard from, but everybody, at least the news, again, we're getting our news from we don't know anything. Like, that's the thing is like whatever the news is what's funneled in by the media. I don't know what the actual news is, but what the news.
I saw people freaking out that Bill Gates is sending all this money to the media companies, like hundreds of millions.
I believe it, dude. See, that's the thing. It's like, you just look at the media and it's like they pick and choose, who's a devil and who's not. But allegedly, the staff at the White House is quitting in droves because Kamala Harris is tough to deal with. And allegedly, the White House staff, and this is being reported by CNN and Fox News. So CNN, who would be pro Kamala Harris, and Fox News, who of course is anti that, they're both saying that Kamala Harris is like causing a lot of problems. Again, I don't know. I just know I've never been to the White House, I will be in February 12th. I will be at the Warner Theater in Washington, D.C. If you don't have Valentine's Day plans, I would say come to the Warner. You ready for this? Warner Theater, February 12th in D.C., February 13th, Tabernacle, Atlanta, also Homeless Pimp's birthday. ChristyComedy.com, February 12th, Warner Theater, February 13th, Tabernacle, Atlanta. For Homeless Pimp's birthday, you got to be there to celebrate the birthday kid. It's going to be great.
Wait a minute, I forgot we're going to D.C. We should get your new powerful agent guy to book Fauci on the podcast. Let's do
it. My new powerful agent guy, you will book Dr. Fauci on the podcast or I will fire you. Which you wouldn't care about, because if I told you the list of clients he has, I am a fucking pauper. I am a pauper. I mean, this guy's got some big ones.
Have you been keeping up with the Ghislaine Maxwell?
That's another thing. This Ghislaine Maxwell trial, everyone talked about Rittenhouse. Everyone talked about Jussie Smollett. Everyone talked about all these things. Nobody talks about Ghislaine Maxwell, which is about the rape and trafficking of underage girls that nobody is talking about because the powers that be are involved in it. So, and again, I know I'm not saying anything that's like blowing your mind right now. I know that you know this, but it is just, and again, I can't stop it. So again, it's optimistic nihilism I have where it's like, I can't do anything to stop that. We know it. They know, the 1% of whomever powers that be know that it's all in our face and we can't stop it. So it's like we all collectively as a human race know that it's bullshit what's happening with the Maxwell stuff, because people, like really famous people, are involved in that, but it will never see the light of day and it will be locked. But we can't do anything to stop it. So why would the powerful people give a shit? They're like, yeah, it's right in front of your face and you still can't do shit. So, and I don't know what it's going to take to do anything. I don't know that we can ever do anything other than just live our life and try to be happy. That's all you can do, is live your life and just try to be as happy as you can for as long as you can, because there's all this shit in our faces that we can't stop. The only thing that you can do is get on the assault bike for a minute. Get on the assault bike and try to get your heart rate up to 135. That's the only thing I can tell you to do. And, dude, I can't believe, knock on wood, I mean, dude, this is now the 6th time I've been in the room with COVID. I wonder if they're going to have to study me at one point.
They should.
To just be like, because something's wrong. Something's wrong with me. That I wonder if it's like one of those things where it's like, you know how they say they think there's like aliens among us, and like somebody's in the simulation that's like not in the like they're in the simulation but they're not, they're from the other planet. Imagine I'm one of those people, and the people that are that the only way to know who's not, like COVID came from the simulation world and from that world, and the only ones who can't get it are the ones who are actually from that world, and that's how they are picking out who is from that world and who's not, the ones who couldn't get COVID. And wouldn't that be wild? Because you never got COVID either. You had the symptoms, but you never tested positive.
I never tested positive.
So what if we're from the actual simulation, like we're from the real world that created the simulation?
Oh my God.
Then what, dude? Wow, dude, I hope I'm really a fucking lizard. God. There are beautiful houses on this block. My house is probably, I think I have a very nice house, but it's nothing in comparison to the other ones around here.
I don't know, man. You're like the Tony Soprano of comedy for me, personally. There's no other New York comedian living like this.
No, I know it's beautiful. Well, we'll see how long I can pay the mortgage for. We'll see.
It was a good year.
It was a good year. I can't wait till the bank repossesses it.
Yeah, by the way, it's been almost a full year of chaos.
And I want to say earnestly, it was very difficult for me a year ago. I just want to say, like, it was very, very, very difficult for me to, and very scary, you know, having a family, having another child on the way, to be like, I'm just going to start fresh. I'm just going to start over with my own podcast and see what happens. And now we're at a place where it's the biggest podcast I've ever done, you know, between this and Hey Babe. And I just want to say thank you so much earnestly to the fans, to Homeless Pimp, to everyone that believed in me to do it. We're only 1 year in, and it really has become something that I wouldn't have, my career wouldn't be where it's at right now if it wasn't for you, the fans, believing in me and subscribing and telling your friends and coming week by week. So I really, really, really do appreciate it, because a year ago I was terrified to make a decision to go out on my own. So I just want to say thank you. I wish there was something I could give you, a gift, but I can't.
The gift of laughter.
The gift of laughter is what I've the gift of laughter is what I've given you. And if I've seen you, on the street or at a show of mine in the past 5 to 7 days, I've also potentially given you the gift of COVID, because I'm a carrier. I'm Chrissy the Carrier, but I just earnestly want to say thank you. It's been a great year, and hopefully it's just the beginning of many long years to do this. And remember, 201 pounds by June 13, 2022, or you can I will cut off my right hand, and that will be my gift to you. You can have my hand.
No, we should have the Patreon members really vote on maybe an embarrassing video that you have to do if you don't lose the weight.
Yeah, let's do that. Embarrassing video. And really, you know, the people at the Patreon, at patreon.com/Chrissy Comedy, that's our community. That's our kind of like really hardcore fan base. I appreciate you guys more, and girls and babies, more than you know. Really, I mean, you know, the numbers that I'm able to really provide a nice life for my family, doing exactly what I love. And every day of my life feels like a Sunday afternoon, and it's just beautiful. And it's all because of you. So thank you very much. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Remember, you know, it's all going to be okay. And I just want to leave you with 3 words on this holiday season. Let's go, Brandon.